So the Digitization Academy. The Digitization Academy represents a package or a bundling of the professional development offerings from iDigBio. Our goal is to have a sustainable resource for the community to level up in areas that are relevant to digitization of biodiversity. Our courses are designed to be complementary, and they provide us the opportunity to systematically assess available digitization resources and to gap fill as needed. We're very interested in feedback from the community and in hearing about opportunities for further training or potentially credentialing. So if you have any interest in any of that, you can feel free to reach out to me or to Austin Mast, who is the director of the domain of iDigBio that is responsible for digitization, workforce development, and participatory science. So the Digitization Academy has a strategy which consists of 3 elements. One is a systematic overview of a topic that builds a foundation. The second element is the varied and nuanced experience, expertise, and motivations that drive participants to join our courses. And the third is an eye towards the leading edge of what's possible, which takes the form of an expert panel working in the field on a topic. Our courses are excuse me, available online and free. They take the form of 12-hour courses and 2-hour courses. Our 12-hour courses tend to be on foundational topics. We provide an overview based on learning objectives that we lay out ahead of time. These 12-hour courses have additional readings and activities. And so the courses themselves take place over the course of 12 hours, but the courses may actually require 20 hours when you factor in activities and readings. And these 12-hour courses are designed to have an intimate learning environment for participants. So we do have a capped participant count, which means that we also have an application process. Our 2-hour courses, on the other hand, tend to be on emerging topics. They also feature content on learning objectives that are laid out ahead of time, and both the 12-hour and the 2-hour courses feature an expert panel in the field. The 2-hour courses have an unlimited number of registrants, and we tend to publish the recordings online after the courses take place.
Lorna, can you move over to
yes.
the mic?
Sorry about that. I can pull the presentation up on my phone, sorry. So some examples of our 12-hour courses would be the Introduction to Biodiversity Specimen Digitization, which is a course that we also offer in Spanish. We had our debut offering in Spanish in this past March, and it went really well, I think. We also offer digital imaging for biodiversity collections and public participation in digitization for biodiversity collections. Some examples of topics in our 2-hour courses are Introduction to Photogrammetry and content creation for immersive media focused on biodiversity collections. So this is an outline of some of the topics that we cover in our introductory course, Introduction to Biodiversity Specimen Digitization. We give an overview of the digitization process, the reasons that we engage in this work, and then we get into some of the more specific elements of the work, including workflows, transcription, imaging, georeferencing, and critically project design and management. And this course features a live discussion and Q&A with collection management system representatives. These again are some examples of our 2-hour courses, which might include photogrammetry, or this newest course that we offered this past May 1st was content creation for immersive media focused on biodiversity, which touched on topics including NERF modeling, 360 video, and photogrammetry. So these are our upcoming courses. The next one that we have coming up soonest is Digital Imaging for Biodiversity Collections, which takes place on July 9th through 12th. We also have 3 offerings of our Introduction to Biodiversity Specimen Digitization courses. 2 of those take place over the course of 4 days, and one of those is more spread out. That one happens in the fall, and it happens over the course of 8 days. And then we round out the year with public participation in digitization of biodiversity collections in December. This is an example of some of the topics that we'll be covering in our upcoming digital imaging course. You can see we do some introductory content about imaging, history of imaging, the different components, but we also think about the digitization pipeline and how imaging, the ultimate goals of an imaging project with regards to biodiversity digitization, some of the considerations that we have to take with regards to the resources that we have available, and then balancing those desired outcomes with the resources that we have available, building a workflow around those, and then evaluating that workflow relative to our desired outcomes. So applications for the digital imaging course are open. Those can be accessed at the Digitization Academy website, which is digitizationacademy.org/courses. The QR code should take you there. Applications are in the back of the course tile on that page, and they will be open until June 12th. And then finally, this is the content of our public participation in biodiversity digitization collections course. You can see that we begin with a high-level framing of what public participation in biodiversity work is, and then dive into more specific applications for biodiversity collections. And participants go through the process of designing a biodiversity digitization project for public participation, from workflow to ultimate outcomes, including an evaluation. And that features a live Q&A with representatives of public participation platforms. And that's the summary of the courses that we have upcoming. So I'm happy to take any questions or feedback that you guys have. Mm. Yeah, all of our courses are currently free and available online. So you can join as long as you have access to Zoom from anywhere in the world, and they are freely available. Oh, I'm sorry. The question was, are the courses that we have free? And they are, yes. Anyone else?